What's going on? Today I've got a Duromax pressure washer that they sent me as a gift to review. This is a gasoline operated pressure washer up to 2,700 PSI. You have a soap, it's a 0.3 gallon soap dispenser in the bottom here. You also have a fuel tank on the top. I've already assembled this thing. It was super quick. All we had to do was attach this here, attach the hose. We had a couple little clips that go on for the wand and the accessories. And basically that's it. One of the things I really like about this pressure washer, if you come around here, this is a really secure way to attach the hose. You don't have to fiddle with just wrapping it up real tight. You got this cord to strap it. And then on the back here, you have a nozzle selection guide so that if you ever forget what nozzles are for what, you can always refer back to this built in. We're gonna be starting with the soap, and we're gonna be doing that on 2 different areas. We already have our water hooked up and our hose hooked up. So we're ready to start this thing. In the front of the machine, to start it, we have a choke on this side. We already have our engine on, our fuel on, and we're gonna turn the switch to turn on our engine. We'll put our foot down here.
While you're using this thing, you can lock the trigger down so that you can keep the soap or the water coming and you don't have to keep squeezing it. It took a little while to get a really thick coat of soap coming out of this thing, maybe about 15-20 seconds or so. That would, I think, be one of the only drawbacks I really saw about this machine. You couldn't really throttle the level of soap and you can't really monitor it too well while it's in the tank, so you kind of just got to keep going until you don't get any more bubbles, which isn't really a big problem. I think the soap that I'm using here is an all-purpose soap that you can use on your home, you can use it on your car, deck. That's the one I like to get so you don't have to worry about getting specific soaps.
All right, we've pressure washed for a few minutes. We've used up all the soap in the machine. We're gonna swap out our soaping nozzle with this quick connect fitting here and put it right back where it belongs. And now you got a couple options here. We're gonna go with the green for now. This is gonna give it a good angle to really get some stuff clean.
Now, depending on the project that you're tackling, you're going to want to select different angles for different jobs. It has a chart on the back. You could use any of them except the red one. For cars, the red one's just going to be like a straight shot and it's going to be too much pressure. I decided to switch over to the slightly wider angle for the siding. I didn't want to go and risk it putting too much pressure on the siding here. If you do decide to wash your siding, you want to try to do it at a downward angle and don't spray up in areas that rain would not naturally get onto the siding. And if you do that, you should be fine. It did a great job cleaning all of this off.
So we're finished with the pressure washer. It did a great job removing the mud splatter on the car. We were using the green nozzle, which I believe was a 40-degree setting on the entire car. Did an excellent job, tons of pressure. Let's go check out the siding. We switched over to doing the siding, and man, this siding was completely green with algae. Had no problem taking that stuff off. We spent a few minutes on this thing. We'll eventually end up getting a ladder to get up high, or we'll use some chemicals to get the high stuff instead of getting on a ladder. But if you want to pressure wash your house, your car, deck, this is a great option for you. So we're going to shut this thing down. We've got the engine switch already off, and we're going to go ahead and shut our fuel switch. We already have fuel stabilizer in the gasoline already, so we don't have to worry about running the engine until it's dry, which is great. This is just an awesome machine. I really love the super solid wheels on this thing that will never deflate because they're just solid rubber or solid composite something, so they're really going to last for a very long time. Stuck up here, got the wand in the upper and lower holders. Yeah, it's just a great product by Duromax. Thanks to them for sending this out to me.